Welcome to Ryan's demo, where you'll discover the new gen effortless CAD tool made for interior designers and architects looking to create perfect architectural drawings. In this walkthrough, we'll go through all the different features that set Rayon apart from other design tools. We'll start with Rayon's design to presentation workflow. You'll see how you can import industry files into Rayon or draft from scratch and take them all the way from accurate technical drawings to stylized client-ready presentations. Rayon offers an in-app CAD block library with more than 10K CAD blocks in top, front, and side views for floor plans, sections, and elevations, including parametric blocks ready to be adjusted right into your layout. And if you still can't find the blocks you need, you can use Rayon's AI panel to generate CAD blocks with an image or a prompt. Rayon has an AI panel integrated directly in the software, helping you to completely reimagine the way you can design. From generating design options, material finishes, and even generating 3D axonometric views, Rayon's AI panel has limitless options for you to discover. And when it comes to procurement lists, spec sheets, Rayon is a game changer. You can apply custom properties onto elements in your drawing to then list them, sum them, count them with just a few clicks and get super accurate tables that are live synced with your drawing. And last but not least, Rayon is completely web-based. This means you can communicate and collaborate in real time with your teammates or other stakeholders, have one source of truth, no version and control issues, and communicate in a streamlined way. So let's dive in to see how all these features come together to an effortless CAD experience, helping you create polished, perfect professional architectural drawing sets faster than ever with Rayon. So we're going to start off from a typical Rayon model. This is a project that was created A to Z in Rayon. You can see here at first glance that you can create full architectural drawing sets, all the way from your cover sheet to site maps, floor plans, elevations, sections, mood boards, design details, you name it. Basically, you can usually start with either importing file, DWG, DXF, PDF, or images are all supported within Rayon and can then be edited super flexibly. So if you're bringing in a PDF, it's going to become vector lines that you can edit. If you're bringing in a DWG, it will inherit the WG layers and CAD blocks. So really ready to go and to redesign in Rayon. We're going to dive in how to start editing floor plans, and I want to show you the left toolbar where you'll find the different features you need to go between layers. So you see here the layers we were just mentioning are stacked here, and we're going to touch upon some of the other options in this table. But for now, I just wanted to show you a quick overview of canvases. This is a concept in Rayon of how to organize your architectural drawing set. You see here that we have a paper canvas where we recommend to create your fully flushed architectural presentations, and then create different model canvases to organize this as to your preferences. In my case, I have my site plan on one canvas, my floor plans on another, elevations, and so on and so forth. I'm going to jump into an import canvas, which I've prepared for this demo. This is typically how an imported DWG file would look like without or before we started processing it within Rayon. So you can see here this file was imported and it's ready to be edited and stylized. We can, move things on the canvas, delete them, and we're going to talk about how to change their style as well, and much more. But before we dive into that, I just want to showcase that in Rayon you can draw super accurately. Some of you coming from other design tools may be more used to this interface of wireframe and grid mode. So I always like to activate those to give you a sneak peek of how this looks like. There's also, of course, snapping in Rayon, which can be found down here, and of course, different units that you can set to your drawing. So you can find the unit here on the right panel, and you can go all the way from millimeters to meters, inches, and feet, and customize this to your preference. Now that we've established that, let's go back to the non-wireframe mode, which is where I like to work. And you can see that this is already starting to give me a feel of how my accurate drawing is going to look like as stylized, client-ready, presentation drawing set. So I want to introduce the bottom toolbar right now with some of the basic classic CAD commands. You're going to find here everything you need to draw. So polylines, lines, rectangles. You're going to find here the classic CAD commands like move, offset, trim, block, fillet. Again, if you're coming from design software, you have all these essentials that you know already. Obviously, you can also add annotations like text, liters, dimensions, and such. And I'll touch upon some other of the options here. But what I want to show now is the light beam tools that we have in Rayon. We call them light beam tools because Rayon is a 2D tool, but it does have these beam-like objects like our wall tool, for example. You'll note that when you're drawing walls in Rayon, you're not drawing just lines, you're actually drawing a wall enclosure. This already has a thickness, a style to it that can be adjusted super easily. This can be either dragged and dropped on the canvas or changed with the unit input to keep it very precise. Within wall enclosures in Rayon, you can place zones that will detect the shape of room or space and also generate an automatic tag with a square meter count that will also adjust as you move the wall location, which is super handy. You may have noticed that there are styles attached to the elements we just placed on the canvas. So there are different textures to the walls, to the surfaces, and this brings me to Rayon's stylizing options. So once you draw an element, this can be a shape or a wall. Let's grab this wall, for example. I'm going to right click and select similar, everything that has the same style. The style panel can be found here on the right. For walls, it will carry the thickness, which can be adjusted here and will affect all the walls at once. So you can edit things in batch. You have different fills that you can assign to elements in Rayon. So we can see here that there's already this kind of asphalt looking gray fill, and Rayon has an in-app style library with different types of textures that you can apply easily and scale within the app. Of course, we also have gradient and any type of solid color you'd want to choose, including textures as well and hatches. So let's make a nice hatch here. Right, so you notice that I could add a background, a color, a stroke with all these different elements. And once I arrive at a style that I like, I can actually save it and create my own custom style libraries in Rayon. So click on this plus button, I can say my wall style. And once I click on this quad button, I'll get access to all the different styles in my library or in this model, which is really handy because then you can change these with just one click and also edit them in batch. When it comes to surfaces, this is also a great way to stylize your drawings, and note that you can also upload your own custom bespoke tiles. So if you're doing a tiling plan, you can really bring in your custom ones. And just another small note about this one is that you can also use opacity and all these different settings that you can usually find in other design software. So exposure, contrast, this can be done directly within Rayon here. So you don't have to move between software. And of course, all of this applies to text as well. So you can select a text, change its font, you can import your custom fonts, color, size, and so on and so forth. Moving from styles to block libraries in Rayon. Rayon has a built-in block library as well as a style library, which can be found up here. Rayon carries more than 10K blocks in front, top, and side views for you to be able to easily create sections, elevations, and floor plans. If we take a look at the block library, we'll see 3 types of blocks. You can curate your own custom blocks. You can create organization block libraries, which you share with your teams to standardize your team's workflow and block usage. And then there are all the default Rayon blocks accessible to you. If you click on a block library, like this one, for example, you'll note that for each block, there's an open button, which will show you all the block family in all these different views. Then you can drag and drop the block onto the canvas and start drawing away. All the blocks are editable, so if you double click them, you can do things like override them, change their style, their shape. You can give them custom properties as well. So if you want to tie information onto blocks, like their price, their vendor, we're going to touch upon that a bit later in this demo. And yeah, just note that the options are really endless. You can also, of course, import DWG blocks. You can import PDF vendor catalogs to create your own block libraries with actual items. And also note that there are technical blocks in Rayon. So going back to the block library, if you search for symbols, for example, you'll get technical blocks for HCAV, lighting symbols, and these are all, of course, customizable. Rayon also carries an array of parametric blocks. These can be located in the block library with this icon indicating that they're parametric. You'll recognize parametric blocks once you click on them and find 2 grips, which will help you adjust their size seamlessly. You have these for doors, windows, furniture, and more. And another really cool use case for blocks is Rayon is one we're going to explore in just a bit, which is AI-generated CAD blocks. Yes, you heard me right. You can create your own CAD blocks by using an image or a prompt. So stay tuned, and we're going to look into that in just a bit. We'll use blocks as a segue to talk about custom properties in Rayon and how you can add them onto blocks or other elements to manage data in your drawing. So you'll note that once you click on a block in Rayon, on the right panel, it will have some properties tied to it. There are some default Rayon properties, and you can also create your custom properties. In this case, we have a brand here, Herman Miller, category, and some other default props. To create new properties, you can click on the Add property and either add some from your list, for example, material or price, or create a new one clicking on the plus button. Let's make a client approval property. I'm going to select a yes/no type and save it. You'll see this was added here and can be toggled. Once you add custom properties onto blocks or onto walls or onto surfaces, you can create smart tables. Let's jump into another canvas to see how to do that. Let's quickly review two types of spec sheets that can be made with Rayon really easily. So once you've added custom properties onto elements like we've just demonstrated, for example, you see this bed has a client approval prop, material, brand, price, and of course this is all editable and so on and so forth. I want just to emphasize that this can also be added onto materials. So finishes, even tied to styles to make everything come together and be more streamlined. You can add properties onto styles representing materials like parquet, for example, and you can see here the styles and props that were added like lead time. So it's very customizable. Now I want to show you how to aggregate these properties into smart tables like the one that you see here that is actually tied to the data that's on my drawing. So you can find the table tool here on the left, and I'll show you the final result and then quickly how we made them. This is an FF&E table. It has the name of different items, brand, price, and all the different props we've created. And again, this is adjustable. So if I'm clicking on the bed that we just showed before, you can see here that it gets highlighted. And then if I delete this bed, for example, it will be subtracted from my table and the other way around if I undo this. So for creating like lighting specs and such, this always remains accurate and streamlined. The other example is for material takeoffs. You'll see that we have a custom prop area that pulls the data from the tag we've added on the zone. So once you place a zone with one click within a wall enclosure in Rayon, you get a square meter tag, and this can be pulled directly into your table. Let's quickly see how to create this kind of table. So by clicking on the plus button, you'll get an exhaustive list of all the items on your canvas. And now you can start managing it, curating it. You can also use grouping and filtering. So for example, let's create a quick zone table. So all the zones are available now in this table. I'm going to add the area prop with their square meter tags. And then we can add the other properties like their material and the rest. Once we're done, we can input this table on the canvas. So we can go for insert and then have the table like you see here. Or we can also export this to Excel sheets and work with it with our project managers or other stakeholders outside of Rayon. Obviously, we have in-depth tutorial for all the topics that we're reviewing today in this demo. So if you want to learn more about tables, custom properties, or what we've talked about so far, like blocks, styles, and more, go ahead and check our documentation. All right, we're ready for the next topic, which is mood boarding and visualizations in Rayon. Let's jump into our mood board canvas. You may have noticed by now that Rayon is like a whiteboard where you can not only draw your architectural drawings super precisely, but also add images, text, information, and we're going to see how to create presentations to share with our clients. So all these images were brought from, just different web pages online, and I want to show you how easy it is to do that in Rayon. Since we're web-based, you can just jump into another tab and copy an image. And just paste it on your canvas. You have advanced editing tools for images. So if you click on the image and go to the edit image, you can actually upscale your images and also remove their background. Another nice feature, since we're web-based, is adding clickable links directly on your drawings, so you and your clients can know exactly which item you're referring to. Let's copy the link here. This is where things get really cool in Rayon, thanks to our AI panel. Visualizing just became way more streamlined and with many more possibilities thanks to the AI panel, where you can do things like generate images from prompts, generate CAD blocks from images. You can actually create 3D axonometric views from your drawings and so much more. We'll take a look at just a few flows here, and we also invite you to take a look at the full tutorial where you can see the exhaustive list of AI workflows that we recommend in Rayon. For visualizing, let's see how Rayon can take images and reassemble them into a render. So the AI panel is here on the bottom, and you'll see that you have a few different options. You can write your prompt here, and you can use the toolbox with different workflows that Rayon will recommend. Plus, add a screenshot directly from your canvas or input image. In this case, I want to try to ask Rayon to create a render from all these different items. I'll go here and say, create a render based on these items. Then I'm going to grab a quick screenshot and send. And there you go. I'm going to get this image, which I can insert into my canvas. And also a few suggestions for further prompting and a continuous workflow in Rayon. Another workflow I really like is using floor plans and image generation. Let's jump into one of these canvases that has our sections and elevations and ask Rayon to create a 3D axonometric view. And there it is. Again, we can just insert it on our canvas. This is where it can get even cooler when you ask Rayon to render it in different styles. We can do watercolor, clay model. Let's try the realistic look and feel. And there you go. So as you can see, you can have a lot of fun with Rayon's AI panel, and not just fun, but actual workflow enhancement. This can help you visualize things better to clients or drive your creative process in a more efficient way. We welcome you to go ahead and stress test this panel. Let us know what you think. The final step I want to show in today's demo is how to set up all these visualizations, doc sets into a presentation, which can be shared as a live URL link with stakeholders. I want to jump back to our model canvas right here. And let's add the visualization we just made into our presentation. You see here that I already have a few pages at scale with different floor plans. And to add a page onto your presentation, you're going to go to the page panel right here. You'll see it already holds all the existing pages that I have, and I want to add a new one. I can set its scale here on the right. Let's change it to A3 to match the rest of my set. Quickly copy a title block. Now, to add a view onto a floor plan, an image, or a board, I'm going to use the view tool right here beneath the page icon. This is how you can create exhaustive sheets in Rayon with floor plans at different scales. They're going to pull from your different canvases. As you can see here, this is my site plan canvas, floor plan canvas, and let's go back to our elevation canvas, and you'll see those visualizations we've just made. Let's quickly make a sheet that shows this elevation with the visualizations next to it. Once you're ready to share your work with clients, consultants, other stakeholders, you can generate a live synced presentation. You can go ahead and do that from the top button right here. And I want to show you how this would look like from people receiving your link. They can basically open your presentation from any device and always see the latest version that you've published. So this is the perfect way to showcase your work. But if you want to collaborate with other teammates in real time, Rayon enables that too. Let's go back to the canvas and invite some of our teammates into our model. So because we're web-based, you can work in real time, see each other's cursors while you're working, and add comments and annotations for each other. You can change between admin, editor, or viewer, and tag each other to comment. You can also share assets across your team. The things we discussed in the beginning of the tutorial, like the style libraries and published blocks libraries, can be accessed here, including templates that you can use across your organization to standardize your workflow. We invite you to take a way deeper dive into Rayon, as what we've seen today is really just the tip of the iceberg. Down here, you can find some of our documentations and resources if you want to further explore. First of all, you have our live support, so feel free to ask us anything, and access our documentation and tutorials. There's an exhaustive doc with information about any workflow you have in mind in the app, alongside our Rayon Academy, which is full with courses, classes, and other free resources like templates and more. Create a free account in the link in the description and let us know what you think about Rayon. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have any more questions, you're welcome to book a demo with our team by using the link in the description. You can also join our community and, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos like this. Have a good one.